Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So I thought I'd do a bit of a whip and chat and we'll have a go at looking at this canvas. If you remember, it's my colourful owl canvas looking at me sideways. Looks like he's saying, yee, I don't know why you tried this, but let's have a go anyway. Yeah, so it is the canvas that I got that is a double-sided tape. So what I did, well, partially on camera and partially not, is take all of the double-sided tape off one half of the canvas and use my Craft Buddy magic glue and covered it over to make it into a poured glue canvas. And it's quite a while ago that I did this, and as you can see, it is still nice and sticky for me to put drills on. So we're going to have a go at doing a little bit of drilling at one side and a little bit of drilling at the other. But first I do need to put some washi tape back on it. I took the other washi tape off because it did have the magic glue on, so it was still quite sticky. So let's get this done first. Just get these edges covered over. They shouldn't be sticky, but I just do like to cover over that right the way around, and obviously the bit where the double-sided tape is still very sticky because that did overlap quite a bit. And we'll do the same all around and then we'll see how it compares. But yeah, so basically the hardest bit was getting the double-sided tape off. It's well and truly stuck to the canvas, and it did take quite a lot of getting off, I think. I'll put a link for the video down below because it's up to you. If you do get a canvas that you really love and it comes and it's double-sided tape, or it's not very good condition and you don't want to do it as double-sided tape and you do want to turn it into a poured glue canvas, then you know it's up to you whether you think, let me see, that's turned down really badly there. That's going to take some doing. I have to put some glue on there, but we'll just use my nail to take that off there a little bit. Yeah, my nails really did suffer as well after doing that video. So yeah, you need to work out whether it is worth your time or not taking off the double-sided tape. I'm not so sure. It's something that you've got the option. You know, no canvas is ever, well, I'd just like to say no canvas is ever irretrievable. I have got one that is really badly creased. I may do a video about that one as well, but at the moment I've got so much going on. I cannot take on any more projects, and I do apologise because I am aware that this one has been a while in the making, as it were, and I have had it on hold for quite some time. If you've been following my channel, you'll probably know why. We're just about meeting ourselves coming back at the moment, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that once we get going. So that's that all prepared and all done, so we'll put that away. Right, now the next problem that I've got is that I do have, just switch it off a second, I do have my magnifying light and I've sort of got it fixed to my Kallax unit that I've got next to me, but I'm not sure whether it's going to stay there or not, whether it's going to cause too much shadow, whether we're not going to be able to do this. So we'll see how we go. It's a setup I've not tried before, so it may work, it may not work, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. So I've got the canvas. Shall we just do a little bit, I think, today, because time is quite tight at the moment. We just grab my ruler and I'll have to go using our new cutter, see whether this works or not. Oops, on double-sided tape. Sorry, on double-sided tape covers. I'm missing words out now. This isn't good, Liz. This is not good. So let's see. Where's a good place to be? So I don't want to do too much. So if we sort of go sort of there-ish. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's not a straight line as such. I'd like to do a straight line, but if it's not, no matter. this has got a steel edge on it, this rule, but it's not the easiest one to use, and I really want to do it this way, so do it this way then, Liz. What am I faffing about at, honestly? Where am I? That one and that one and that one. So it's about one, that one, that one. So it's about there. Okay, so if we can get this little bit done, and if I don't get it all done, I don't. The only thing I find with this knife is, oh, I've got my magnifying here. Silly me. Is getting it the right way around, because it is very fine and very small. It's a great knife, but it's just getting it the right way around. So just go down there again, just to make sure it's cut. Oh, what am I doing? Nice knife. And yep, so that's cut that side, so we'll have a go at doing a bit of that bit. And has it cut through this bit? No, I've not pressed hard enough at this side. Oh, look. I'm making a right pig's ear of this, aren't I? Let's go from there. And what I'm then going to do is, once I've actually done this, so it's cutting this now, so you don't go through your canvas, you just go through your cover paper. Yeah, that's worked there, look. And has that worked there? Have I done it right at that side? And that's worked there, yeah. So what I'm then going to do is see if there is any difference between having it as a poured glue that I've made myself, or basically poured glue versus double-sided tape on the same canvas. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm quite interested to see how this comes out. I think about these things at like 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, it's just, they pop into your head, and I wish they wouldn't. So yes, Diamond Art Studio UK, yes, I like your cutting pen. It was more user error in the beginning as to why it didn't come out very well, but yes, I like that. So it's a case of using it. Don't press down too hard, because you don't want to go all the way through your canvas and end up with a hole. You are just cutting the top layer of your cover sheet. Okay, pop that back away. Right, now then, let me see if I can get into a good position without covering you too much, so that you can still see it. Right, I'm going to be using my pick up pen, my silhouette pick me up pen, which has basically, it's like blue tack in the end there. And this is my Rebecca 4Kids at 147 as it was, add more Zest tray, and for whatever reason I've left my stopper downstairs, so I'll have to be careful and use it without the stopper. Okay, so let's get this party started. I'm just switching my light on now. Right, I'm hoping this isn't going to glare too much, and that I can come across here enough without it going on the canvas too much. Okay, I'm back. Well, it's taken me about 20 minutes to try and figure out how to do this, to get my magnifying light and my phone lined up. And so at the moment I've got it on a selfie stick, well, my camera on my phone on a selfie stick, and yeah, I've got my magnifying glass held between my knees, so we'll see how we go. I never seem to do anything simple. Right, so we've got ticks to start on. So which ones are the ticks? I think they're the big bag, which is number 30, which is 3865. So we'll start with the little bag first, and we'll use these up first. Okay, God, this looks huge underneath my magnifying glass, so I hope you can see this okay. Give these a bit of a shake. Let's get them all into order. Okay, and let's get going and see how we do. So this is why I don't do whip and chats, because I can't see without a magnifying glass, and trying to get the magnifying glass in a position so that I can actually use it is a nightmare. If anybody could see me now, they'd think, what on earth are you doing? So just grab them and pick them up, and basically all you need, basically what you're doing is picking up the drill, and whatever you're picking up with needs to be less sticky than whatever you're putting it down onto, so that it stays stuck to the canvas. Oops. I've been doing quite a lot of special drills and some of them have been a little bit dusty. So I'll just give this a quick one tiny turn round just to release a little bit more of the blue tack into the end there. So this is the side, oops, as you can see they're not sticking. This is the side that has the magic glue, the poured glue on it. So at the moment we are sticking, albeit that one doesn't seem to be, but that is the corner. So let's see how we go from here. So then what I tend to do is build out in like little bricks. And I've tried doing the checkerboard method, but I do tend to find that with squares you can end up with either not a big enough gap or too big a gap. So I like to sort of like do it this way and work to like a square, and then I go from the middle and go outwards. So I will go outwards this way and work like this. So I hope you can see the, gosh, it's so close up. You'll be seeing my nose hairs if I lean over. And then what I do is fill in. Okay. So that's not doing too bad. Getting quite a bit done there. And just filling up to the zigzag as it were. And then I just, oops, didn't even pick one up then, look. Oh, go on Liz, get these drills picked up. And you can get into quite a rhythm with it. And that's a different one, so I don't want one on there. And I hope I haven't covered any other different ones over, because I've only just noticed that one. But if I have, well, I have. I'm not going back now. Okay. Yeah, I do like my silhouette pen, I must admit, because I don't have to keep filling it up. And then I go back this way and I fill in these. And then you can always just, yeah, because this is like a poured glue canvas now, you can move them more. And you've got that little bit of wiggle room, which is why I like poured glue, because I'm not the straightest diamond painter in the world. And so, oh, I think we've just got a milli hair stuck in there somewhere. I'll have to get my tweezers out in a second and have a look for that. Oops, these aren't picking up. So because I've used, been using them on special drill paintings, you tend to find, I don't know if you do, but special drills, let me just get that hair, it's driving me mad now. You do tend, well, I tend to find that they seem to have like a dust on sometimes, and if you get that dust onto whatever it is you've got in your pen, be it blue tack, be it the wax, whichever one you're using, glue dots, then it takes the sticky away a little bit. So yeah, so there you are, we've got that little square done there, not too bad. Let me just see if I can find out where this is. Okay, and then I'll start another one. Okay, so nice tray, this one, easy to hold, do like it. So yeah, I tend to just work in squares really when I'm doing a painting like this. So I'll go out to that edge now. There. They are a little bit too movable for my liking. I'm getting a little bit of pop in there because I've squashed that in a bit too hard. So let's see. So I would suggest that this possibly, because I've made it myself, it may need sealing. So that's quite a way off that edge there. Let me just manoeuvre these a little bit. So it's the first time I've done this. So first time I've used magic glue quite a bit on other things, but I've never actually taken it off from, I've never taken off a double-sided tape and I did it on there. But there is plenty of wiggle room to get those little critters lined up properly. Okay, you can drive yourself mad as well lining up. I think it's only because I'm on camera that I'm messing about so much. Usually I just steam ahead and sort them out as I go along. Once they all get into the gaps, they soon straighten themselves up. But yeah, this is sticking okay. I don't seem to be a little bit wobbly, but then I'm in this, I'll put it on the I'll put on the screen when I actually put this double-sided, this poured glue on, this magic glue. I'm having a real trouble calling it magic glue today, I don't know why. So I'll see how this goes on. Okay, so yeah, it's not doing too bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, and then you just slotting them in. And they're quite nice squares, these as well. So this is from AZQSD. I have used them quite a few times and I've not particularly had any problems with the drills. So then if you just start getting sort of lines and gaps, you can just start filling in. Okay. So what have I been up to? Well, mainly ringing around hospitals. If you've seen my video, you will know that Hubby starts his chemotherapy. It will be probably today that you're seeing this video, or it may be the day after his first one. It's probably going to be the day after his first one once I've got it edited and uploaded. So yeah, let me just give these a bit of a squidge again, shake them to the other side. So now I've got nice lines again at this side. Okay, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've had a few sleepless nights. He is very worried. As far as I know, it is just going to be 5 injections over 5 days. So fingers crossed that's what we end up with. And yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what he's going through. It can't be nice. It's not an easy thing. It wasn't a nice thing to hear, but it does seem as though it is a good treatable one and there is a good outcome with a lot of it. So we'll see how we go. I'm trying to make a few videos at once at the moment because I'm not sure how well he's going to be and how much help he's going to need. So I can't imagine I'm going to be able to do many videos over the next week and possibly the week after. So, but we'll see how we go. But I will keep you updated. If you follow me on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, I didn't mean to say YouTube, then, you know, I'll try and keep you updated. The outpouring of good wishes and love has been absolutely wonderful. So thank you ever so much. It really is appreciated. It just makes you feel as though you're not going through it alone. I've had a few people tell me a little bit about their stories as well, and you know, big hugs and love back to them. Right, if you do find you get a little awkward one, the best thing to do, don't try moving it around, particularly if you're using the other side, which will be the double-sided tip. Just take it off and start again. It's a lot easier than trying to get it into place and trying to get it to play nicely, because sometimes they just don't. Okay, yeah, so we're not there till tea time tomorrow, which is sort of evening, well, not evening meal, about 4 o'clock-ish. I think we're there on Monday, that is. So I'm not quite sure what day I'll be able to get this edited and put out, but we will see. And then, yeah, I'll let you know how it's gone. But yeah, they'll tell us. I think she said something about I will be giving him possibly another injection as well at home, because I know there can be quite a few side effects with these things. So I said, oh, that's good. That means I get to legally stab my husband twice in a day. And she just looked at me and said, have you been together long? And I said, oh, yes. Quite a while. So, because he doesn't bat an eyelid when I say I'm going to stab him. So she just looked at him and said, so you have to behave, dear. And I just laughed and I said, I wish you did. But hey ho. Oh dear. Yeah, you've got to laugh. We're trying to look on the bright side, as it were. Oh, that's another one. Look, they stand up. Actually, sometimes when they stand up like that, I can't see them. And I think, well, I'm sure I've put a drill there. Where's it gone? And it's because it stood up looking at me. It stood to attention and I can't see the flipping thing. Oh, we've had, if you remember, if you've been with me a while, the little deaf and silent cat, Thomas, the one that can't hear and can't meow, makes no sounds. He's back on the rounds again. And we went out the other day, had Millie in the car, and I saw him across the road, and I thought, oh no, because he's so friendly. He'll be trying to get into the car, you know, he'll be trying to come into the house as well. So we had the shopping, and obviously what I tend to do is take as much shopping in with me as possible while I unlock the door, and then I get Hubby's wheelchair out the car and help get him out the car and bring him in, and then bring the rest of the shopping in. Well, I could see Thomas marauding around, and I thought, oh heck, just get some more drills. This is going to cause problems because we usually take Millie out with us as well. Millie was in the car with us. And so I thought, right, I'll take the shopping in, and I'll open the boot, because I can't imagine he'll go in the boot because Millie's there. Well, she ain't in the boot, but she, you know, she looks over the back. And then I'll come back for the rest, you know, get Hubby out the car and everything. So I opened the door, and I thought, right, I can't see him anywhere, that's fine. Went back to the car, and then jumped out of my skin. Oh my goodness me, the little so-and-so was sat in the back of the car, and he just sat there looking at me. And Millie's just absolutely agog. If you remember, he battered Millie around the head last time she encountered him. So she learnt a lesson, so she doesn't really go near him anymore. I mean, the fact that he's so tiny and probably half her size, but yeah, she caught up with him because he couldn't hear her coming. And yeah, he did the cat thing, you know, the around her face, so she don't go near him anymore. So she's just sat looking at him, and he's just sat in the back of the car thinking, oh hello, yeah. So I shooed him out the car. Little so-and-so jumped out the back of the car, went straight in the house and up the stairs. So I'm trying to get Hubby out the car, trying to find this blooming cat. Why he goes upstairs, I don't know. And I mean, well, I just don't know where he was. He was under one of the beds, I presume. But I don't particularly want him in the house. I mean, he is a little tomcat. I think he's possibly not going to spray, because I think he's maybe had that little operation. But yeah, so I'm trying to get him out of the house. I'm trying to get Millie into the house. I'm trying to get Hubby out of the car into his chair and into the house, and managing all the shopping as well. And it was just absolute chaos. And then about 10 minutes later, after I'd been looking for Thomas, he just strolls down the stairs, looks at me. I opened the front door, he strolled out and disappeared. As if, all right, thanks, yeah, I've enjoyed my visit, thanks a lot, see you later, and off he went. And I'm like, well, gee, thanks. That's just completely thrown my shopping trip. I've got all my shopping to put away. We had some frozen food that needed to go in the freezer, and I'm panicking, thinking, oh no, what am I going to do with this? But anyway, so that was our Thomas encounter. So now we're well and truly keeping an eye out for him. Oh, that's not doing too bad. Sorry, my magnifying glass is getting a bit in the way, isn't it? It's slipping. I'm concentrating so much on what I'm doing that it's slipping and coming into screen, so I do apologise. Try and keep it a bit further away. Let's just move that. Just shake that a little bit more and get a few more drills. So yeah, so that was our Thomas encounter. And oh dear me, little so-and-so though. He just goes in everybody's houses. As I say, the lady next door is actually been up the stairs, and she's gone to bed and found him laid on her pillows, you know, as if to say, well, yeah, hello. I just thought I'd come and sleep here tonight, do you mind? Tough if you do, because I'm here anyway. So yeah, he's a very funny little puss cat. He's so bonny though, mind you, he always has a snotty nose. He looks like the scruffy kid that sits at the back of the class, you know, with the snotty nose and raggy trousers, because he's been playing outside with his friends. He's got a little bit of a torn ear as well at the minute, fully healed over, so whether he's been away because he's been in a fight with somebody, I don't know, but you know, for a little cat, he obviously has quite a bit of fight in him. He certainly taught Millie a lesson, shall we say. Oh, I've got a little bit. Just come in there. Oh, yeah, it's all fun and games in the Harrison household some days. Alright, steaming ahead with this little bit. This is going down quite nicely. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way as well, but it's really difficult. It's something I'm going to have to practice more of. I have got that picture that I promised I will do. It's going to be the Easter egg picture. So watch this space. I did in the video that I unboxed them on, I think it was the GB FKE PR package unboxing that I did say that I'm always saying on my videos, too many says there, Liz, that you've got enough to do your picture when you've got your little basic toolkit. So I said, right, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to do a picture just using the basic toolkit. So basically going back to square one, like having a kit for the very first time. So that will be fun to do. Using a green pen, sorry, a pink pen and a green boat, and just the pink wax that comes with it will be quite interesting to do. So I will see how that little project goes. Okay, so what I think I might do with this is we'll do, oops, you see that's too slidey. The poured glue wouldn't do that. It's possibly because it is this magic glue. But they are well and truly down, you know, they're not moving, they're not going anywhere. You can hear me rubbing my finger on them, so it's not like they've not stuck. They are actually stuck on there. So yeah, what I might do is do all of this 3865 on this part of the picture, and then do it on the other side, just flip the other side, so my video is not too long and too boring for you. Oops, I'm getting there. And because I've turned the tip on my pen, as you can see, you do start then getting just little bits of blue tack coming out. So just take those little bits off, otherwise if you touch your canvas with it, they are a nuisance to then get off your canvas. Okay, so I am trying to get organised. I have got all of my canvases, including all the special drills. Sorry, my magnifying glass is just playing up now. Trying to get it in place. Yep, so I've got my tax return done. That went in before the end of January, so that was good. So I've just got my national insurance to pay. I do like to keep up on that. That's like your stamp, your amount that you pay. How can I describe it? It's like an extra tax that we pay, and it goes towards your pension and any sickness pay and anything like that. You just pay it as a percentage of your wages. But when you class as self-employed, you can pay what they call a class 2 stamp, which is a self-employed stamp. You can't claim an employment benefit with it, or universal credit, job seekers allowance, whatever it is these days. But you can claim sickness pay with it, and it does go towards your old age pension as well. So it is worth keeping up and keeping up to date. And yeah, I do want to get my 40 years of national insurance in. I have been working full time, at least one job, since I was 17 years of age. So I would hate to now lose that after all this time. So that's what I do, keeping all my books. It was quite a shock when I saw how much I'd spent this year. So I never actually make any money, but I do like to do the tax return, because you never know, there's some pretty yucky people out there. I mean, I actually registered as self-employed a long time ago. I used to do an after-school club, card making club, at 2 different schools, and to get paid for doing that I had to be registered as self-employed, which is fair enough. You know, that's like schools is like a government department, you know, to be registered as self-employed, and that's fine, because around about that time is when I started doing my designs with craft shoe print. So I started earning from that on top of my full-time job that I was doing. It's only a small amount that I was getting, peanuts really. You know, I just didn't have the time to put, you know, there are full-time designers on there that do make a living from it, but I just didn't have the time to do that. But basically getting the money paid for my craft supplies. I do still get a little income from it now, so that does help towards paying for my diamond paintings to keeping my channel going. I am hoping eventually that, you know, I can maybe get a bit more involved with some companies that will start sending me products to review, because then it, you know, it's less expense for yourself to keep your channel going. And yeah, and I can then start doing a few giveaways and things. You never know, I might reach that magic 1,000 subscribers one day. As I say, I reckon it's going to be about another 2 years before I get there at current rates, but slowly and surely, why not? It won't put me off. I do YouTube because I love doing it. I love chatting to everybody, and it's my outlet, it's my escape. I've just got this like hour or half hour, however long this takes, just to come and forget about, well, although I do talk about it, but forget about hospitals and horrible things and cleaning and washing bedding and things all the time. And you know, it just gives you a bit of an outlet. And hubby gets to watch his horrible programmes that he likes. He loves all the really old-fashioned comedies. He's just ordered some for anybody in the UK, Hilda Baker videos, well, DVDs, that's how old I am. Videos, oh goodness. I think is, no, not Nearest and Dearest, what's it called? And it's not the one where she has the brown cow pub. Did she used to answer the phone saying something like, hello the brown cow, or something like that? No, this is not the brown cow speaking, or something like that. I know there was a joke. Gosh, it's such a long time since I've seen anything of her, but yeah, but I do remember Hilda Baker, so he's ordered some of those. He's got a load of Will Hay videos, he's got DVDs, sorry. He's got what else does he like? Oh, On the Buses. I hate On the Buses. Just one that I really don't like. But anyway, he likes it, he laughs. Well, and one of the, well, newer ones, or the newer old ones, Keeping Up Appearances with Hyacinth's Bouquet. Yeah, I used to know a lady that was like Hyacinth Bouquet. Her name was actually spelt onion, and she referred to herself as Mrs. O'Nion. Lives somewhere up near my mum and dad, and it always used to make me laugh. So yeah, because in the series Hyacinth Bouquet, her name is actually spelt bucket, but she tells everybody her name is Bouquet. Oh dear. So yeah, we had a Mrs. O'Nion, lived near my mum and dad, Mrs. Onion. Right, I'm just going to turn this round and we'll start on the actual double-sided tape side. Okay, put some more gems in my tray. Just give them a little tap and then just shake them backwards, so we've got plenty there. So this is now the double-sided tape side. Now this works very differently. Once those little suckers are down, you're not picking them up, so you really do have to work carefully with double-sided tape. And again, actually I'll start in this corner. Now I'm going to start in this corner as I did before, but I'm going to do exactly the same thing. And once these are down, they are down and they are not moving. So definitely on this side, if you put one down and it's not quite square and you're not happy with where it is, then do pick it up and take it off and start again. As you can see, nowhere near as easy to move. They do move a little bit, but there's hardly any give in double-sided tape, which is why I don't like it. I do need the give. But I am going to do my across and up, then zigzag across the middle. So yeah, we've been watching some films in the last couple of days as well. To be honest, we've not slept hugely brilliantly, so we've watched some horror films. I don't know, it's really strange. Hubby was quite squeamish before he went in hospital, and then for whatever reason, while he was in the rehab centre, he started watching the horror channel, and it's just his favourite channel now, and he really likes horror films. And it's me that I was never squeamish at all. It never bothered me any way, shape or form. I used to watch Saw and obviously all Friday the 13th in their day, which looking back on them now, they're absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I used to watch all those kind of things, and it didn't bother me. But now, I don't know whether it's because I've seen so much of the real thing in the last couple of years. You know, I've seen bits of my husband that I hope I never have to see again. Just turn this round so I've got a few more drills at this side. These definitely aren't going in as nice rows as the poured glue side were, and this is why I'm not keen on double-sided tape. So yeah, but no, anything gory now, I start feeling all hot and go all sweaty and start feeling physically sick. So I tend not to really watch horror films as much, although we did watch what was it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4. Oh my goodness me, honestly, how bad are those films? They're just so bad, they're good. But yeah, the gory bits, I just always sit with a cushion now and I put them over my face and put my fingers in my ears so I can't hear. I can't stand it. Oh, yuck. And he's just sat there quite happy watching it, and I think, this is the man that when we went to see, I don't know if you've seen it, House on Haunted Hill. We went to the cinema to see it, and he was so scared that he literally just sat with my coat on his head the whole way through the film and didn't watch any of it. So, oh dear. Yeah, he's totally changed. We've changed round. Oh, that's an arrow. Just spotted that in time. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Obviously, you know, it's made him, oh well, I'm indestructible now, I don't care, I can watch all these things. And it's made me, oh, I'm far too squeamish to watch any of these now. We've seen something else, Kimmy, that was quite good. Just trying to think. That was like a thing similar to Alexa. That wasn't a bad film. And we've been watching a few Netflix series. They've been pretty good as well. We don't mind watching series. Trouble is we do tend to then binge watch them. So yeah, what do you watch on telly? Have you got any recommendations? So hopefully one day we might get back into the cinema, but at the moment it's a definite no-no. Said to hubby though, the one good thing is you'll always get the best seat in the house once he goes in with his wheelchair, and they have like the disabled parts where anybody disabled goes. You know, he'll be very well catered for. We'll probably be sat at the front. We're far too old to be sat at the back of the cinema now. Those days are long gone. Oh dear. I could never see the point in that. If a boy ever asked me out and wanted to go to the cinema, I used to think, well, I want to watch the film. I've paid to get in. I want to watch the film. Oh dear, maybe that's just me. You know, those days are long gone. Right, yeah, I think you can see here that these just aren't lining up anywhere near as nicely as the poured glue ones. And oof, gosh, definitely a lot gappier definitely a lot gappier. And it's exactly the same canvas, exactly the same drills. It's me doing it exactly the same, and it's just not as nice. So I'm not quite sure what this picture's going to look like. It's definitely going to be a picture of two halves. It will be interesting to see though what it looks like once it's completed from a distance, to see whether you can tell the difference, whether it really is a lot straighter or not. Right, I'm just going to do a little bit more because I can hear Hubby starting to maraud about downstairs, and I have left him for quite a while and I don't want him to get upset. Sometimes he wakes up and if I'm not there he gets a bit confused, he doesn't know where he is. Gosh, I do that most mornings. I wake up and think, what day is it? Who am I? What am I doing here? No, it's not nice for him. He does have like a short-term memory loss as well, so some days he can't even use his phone, can't remember how to turn the television over. We do have a little bit of fun sometimes with things like that, but we try and make a joke out of it and laugh it off. And yeah, we'll muddle through. So right, I am going to leave it there because he is moving about quite a bit, but let me just zoom you out a bit. Okay, so I think you can see there that that is quite not lined up at all, and that is the double-sided tape side. And then if we go up to the poured glue side, it's not 100% straight, but certainly not the gaps, and it's not moved as much. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see this. I will do another whip and chat on it later on, but I thought I would just make a start on this because I did say I would do it. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing this with me, and I do hope that you will come back and see the rest of it as we go along and get it finished. I may do some of it off camera as well, just to get it, well, keep it going basically. So if you've enjoyed seeing this, if you can give me a thumbs up, it is much appreciated. And if you want to come back and see more, then if you press that subscribe button down in this corner, I'm holding my camera with my hand so I can't use my other hand. There's a little all notifications bell there. If you press that, then it'll notify you when my next videos come out. I will try and keep them regular if I can. Please bear with me if I can't. But thanks ever so much for stopping by, and thanks for all your kind words and support. It really does mean a lot. Thanks ever so much. So I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.